Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are celebrating spring here at the Greenery. We've gotten some great tips from Amy on some outdoor containers and kind of learning about the different services that you all offer. And did you know you can bring those same services to the interior of your home and enjoy some inside garden containers?
Gardening, exactly.
So let's talk about some of these beautiful containers that you can create.
We have what's called a European garden planter, and it's a combination of blooming and green plants and maybe some little accessories added to the pot, and it makes a beautiful interior arrangement that lasts longer than fresh flowers would.
Right.
You know, it can last 2 to 3 months in bloom. It's beautiful.
And what's neat is that you have some of the containers here, which we've featured on previous episodes, but you can also bring in your own, which is nice. So if you've got a special pot or something that's kind of cool, you can fill it with flowers.
We can fill it with flowers.
Or plants.
Exactly. We have a customer that's actually brought us 8 pots in that wants an orchid in each pot. And she brings it back every 3 months, and she just loads up her home with all these beautiful gardens and all the different rooms, which is great.
That's nice. Really beautiful accent pieces. I saw you were putting in some Gerber daisies and just those pops of color that we love in the springtime. It's yay, we get so excited and the
hydrangea, Gerber daisies, calla lilies, the orchids, even bromeliads, kind of a tropical flair you can do as well. It doesn't have to be, you know, spring exactly, but at least it's a color in your home.
Right, that's great. Speaking of color, we are in front of a beautiful display, and you've got all those pops of colors throughout the Antiques and Collectibles shop now, which is just great. It's a celebration of Easter as well.
It is. I think this building lends itself to springtime and all the wonderful colors of yellows and blues and pinks, and people come in and they just have a great time looking around, and we like all the little Easter decoratives, the little ducks and the chicks and the bunnies, and it's just fun. It's a fun time of the year.
Right. It is great just to accessorize. I was even looking at some of the little eggs that you have, and so some real pretty votive candle holders and just some neat little things that are not expensive but just would create a beautiful little seasonal vignette in your home.
Exactly. The accessories, we call it accessorizing the plants. And like you said, we do have nests and eggs and birds and branches and just fun things that make the container garden special, something different.
Right. Or any little nook or cranny in the house.
Any little nook or cranny in the house, exactly.
Now, we have an open house that is coming up. Speaking of getting people in here and looking around, this is a great time of year for an open house, and you've got a lot of stuff going on. We do,
and I think maybe Amy has some things going on as well, but it's Sunday, March 25th from 12 to 3. It's always a very successful open house. We serve a great spread of food. You can come in and have a glass of wine with me.
Very nice.
We're having some special punch made, and each of the girls makes hors d'oeuvres, and we also bring in some things too. So
you get free gift. Aren't there little?
Yeah, there's a free gift involved. Yes, every attendee will receive a little gift. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
I know what it is. It's a great gift. We also have a drawing for one of the European garden planters that we talked about. So you put your name in and we'll draw it, and you may be taking home a beautiful garden.
That's great. Now, is there special pricing as well on gifts, or is it really more of a showcase?
It's more of a showcase of spring and Easter that's happening, and a lot of our home accessories we're getting in right now too. So that's another showcase for us.
Now let's talk about that for a minute too, because again, you've got all these beautiful accessories, but some of the furniture pieces and the lamps and the antiques themselves are just gorgeous, and
they are
in and of themselves make a beautiful accent piece in your home.
Absolutely. We're into pillows too. We have some beautiful needlepoint pillows. We love lamps. We try and get some really interesting lamps in here and different shades that you wouldn't really see a lot of different places. Lanterns are big right now, and little side tables, as you can see. Just all sorts of wonderful things that you can add a special touch to your home.
That is great. Well, it's all here at the Antiques and Collectibles shop at the Greenery. And again, there's just a plethora of fun things to see and to embellish your home this spring. And they've got, again, beautiful pots and fun yard art and all those great things outside. So like you said, Amy and the gang out there will have all of those beautiful things on display to really celebrate spring.
And take your time. You can walk through a couple times here and go out in the garden center and the greenhouse. You can spend a lot of time here, and it's a nice atmosphere.
You know what's great, and I did mention it in the previous segment, I had stopped by last week, and everybody's so helpful, and I really didn't know about a certain way to prune one of the petunias, but it was fun just learning about that. And even when you come in here, you all are so helpful, again, with different ideas for containers and for accessorizing your home. You really kind of get a feel for what people's needs are, and you're always there to help. So.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
thank you.
Happy spring to you.
Happy spring to you.
And thank you all for joining us on this episode of Girl Talk, coming to you from the Greenery, our special Celebrate Spring edition. Thanks for watching again. We'll see you next time.